Welcome back to another video. I am your host, Matt Talk Sports, and today let's rank NFL quarterbacks. You have GOAT, Elites, Good, Trash, and UFL quarterbacks. Now, these are the tier lists, and so we start off with Josh Allen. Now, Josh Allen, I do think, is elite, but he just hasn't proven to me that he is really in that GOAT status. So moving on, we have Joe Burrow. I also do think he is elite. I think he's actually just above Josh Allen, obviously because he's been to the Super Bowl and he's been to, I'd say, a bit more AFC championships. All right, next up, we have Kirk Cousins. Now, Kirk Cousins was kind of trash this year, but I'm not really able to tell because obviously he was injured for most of the season. Obviously, going to the Falcons, I think he will have a really good step up year, but I don't think he is elite, so that's why I'm going to put him in good. I'm moving on. Justin Fields. I don't know how I feel about Justin Fields. I think he's trash. I don't think he's good, but he has some potential, but for right now, he'll be in trash. Alright, moving on, we have Jared Goff. Now, Jared Goff, I'd say he's a little, I don't know, he just has to prove it to me this up and coming season, but I do think he will be on top of the list in the good part of the tier list. I have Joe Flacco right here, good old sleepy Joe Flacco. I do think he's good. He's like this weird limbo quarterback, I'd say. I'll put him in good for now. You know, he went off at the end of the season for the Browns, and obviously he'll be in the Colts. All right, moving on. You have Justin Herbert. Now, I do think Justin Herbert is going to be that second part of good. Actually, I'd argue that he's an elite. I don't know, he's shown good talent. It's just, the coaching systems, man. That really messes up a whole lot. And next up, you have Jalen Hurts. I do think Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback. I do think he is above Josh Allen, obviously, because he's been to the Super Bowl and all that. Jalen Hurts was really good for the beginning of this year. And so next up, you have Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar Jackson is also elite. I actually think he is lower than Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow. And the reason for that is obviously, I get playoff wins aren't a quarterback stat, but it all comes down to you in the playoffs. And so that's why he's an elite. I still think he's very good. Alright, you have Trevor Lawrence. Now, Trevor Lawrence is not elite. He got that status taken away this year. I do think he's the second best in this part of the good tier list. He's definitely better than these two and way better than Justin Fields. I do think that a lot of franchises would have Trevor Lawrence as their franchise guy. Alright, moving on, you have Jordan Love. Now, Jordan Love has shown me a lot. And, this will be controversial, but I think I'm going to put Jordan Love above Justin Herbert. I think that's really because obviously the end of the season, and also, Justin Herbert, he just hasn't really proved anything. I mean, I get he's made it to the playoffs. He's proved a little bit, but not a whole lot. Jordan Love, in his first year, second half of the year, he made somewhat of a deep playoff when he could have brought the Packers to the NFC Championship. It all really came down to the kicker, but that's why I think I'm going to put him in elite. Mac Jones, UFO QBs. Mac Jones is trash. He's been trash ever since his rookie year. He's just been trash. That's why he's at the bottom of the list. And same goes for Sam Darnold, I'd say. I'm pretty sure this is Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is booty cheeks. Now, oh yeah, this guy, Patrick Mahomes. Um, no need to really explain. I say he's the GOAT. And he will be the GOAT. He will be a first ballot Hall of Famer too. And you just can't deny that whether you hate him or you like him, he's gonna be GOATed. Anthony Richardson, I do think, you know, during the flashes we saw, I do think he will pan out to be really, really good. And, considering this is his second year, he's still super young. He'll get, some, veteran help from Joe Flacco. I think that will be really good on him. Moving Zach, let's just get some of these guys out of the way. Zach Wilson, garbage. Bailey Zappi, trash. Out the gate, trash, man. Alright. Now, Bryce Young, I do think he's trash. I do think he's also better than Justin Fields because obviously he's younger. And he was really put in the worst situation you could ever possibly, be in. Alright, Jimmy G. Now, I'd argue that Russell Wilson is on the top of the trash area. I do think he could be good this upcoming season, but he was too, I'd say, kind of bad this season to put him anywhere, up above that. Now you have Tua. Now Tua, I do think he's very good. I'd actually put him on the top of the good tier list because he is very good. You can't deny that. Whether you're a Tua hater or not, I'm a Tua hater. But you gotta admit, he's pretty good. Alright, next up, Daniel Jones. He's probably in the middle of the trash tier list. Let's see here. A-Rod, good old A-Rod. Now, I do think A-Rod is still pretty good. I do think he's elite. I put him above Josh Allen. Actually, let me fix this. I do think Lamar Jackson will be very good for years to come. And this year he's gonna pop off. Alright. See, Kyler Murray now. I do think Kyler Murray is very good. I do think he's better than actually Jared Goff. He just hasn't, his career hasn't fluttered with injuries, but he's still very, very talented. All right, Brock Purdy, Brock Purdy. Now I fear I'm gonna put too much people in the goated tier list part, but I do think Brock Purdy at the end of the day will be one of the GOATs. I mean, obviously, I hate him as a Packers fan. Gosh, I hate the Niners. But he is pretty dang good. You can't argue with that. Now, Dak, like I said, can't argue with greatness. He's elite. I think I'll put him over Josh Allen. Yeah. Just checking if there's any other guys. Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's pretty good. I'll put him down below Anthony Richardson. Oh, Matt Stafford and CJ Stroud. Let's start with CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud had a phenomenal year. And now looking at this, I'm gonna move Justin Herbert down below because I do think there's too many quarterbacks in elite. But I do think he's elite. I do think he's above Dak Prescott too. That's how good he was this season. Matt Stafford is very good, I'd say. I do think he is elite. I'm going to put him just above Josh Allen because, he's been to the Super Bowl. Obviously, he's getting old. You know what? I do think he's the bottom of elite, but he still is really, really good in the league. And I do think, Geno Smith. How could you forget? Geno Smith, he is very good. A lot of people would like him. I'll put him behind T-Law. And this is your official NFL quarterback tier list. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It'd help out the channel a lot. And peace.